morning, Great Lakes, and welcome to Monday, November 18, 2024. And this is Make It Matter Monday. Hey friends, if you be so kind to put aside your materials and all stand together for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Way to go, Great Lakes. Grab a seat. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough, confusion into clarity, fear into certainty, and worry into knowing. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, and a stranger into a friend, a test into an opportunity. Gratitude frees us and allows us to truly see and experience the wonder of what is. Gratitude is the opportunity to connect to something greater than ourselves. It is more than an attitude. It is a way of being. And when we dare to practice it, we discover happiness. As the great philosopher Sheryl Crow once said, "It's not about getting what you want. It's wanting what you got." It is seeing, looking at the right now. Today is a gift, the one day given to us. It is the first day and the last day. When we live it that way, we are free to look, explore, imagine, and see the wonder of what we have. Some days it may be hard. So here's a list to be grateful for. Sometimes we need to be reminded that things are not all bad. Take life for gratitude. For example, bubble wrap, dogs with wet noses, long division, Velcro, difficulties, for they teach us, clouds that look like stuff, music. Music can make much of happiness, so singing can, and dancing, Nutella, feety pajamas, sadness, helps us know what we care about, bananas, imagination, tater tots, toothpaste, laughter, hope, grace, bacon, snow on your nose and eyelashes, cupcakes that make things, mistakes. They remind us that we are trying. And everyday things you never knew had names, like minimus, baby toes, your little baby toe, overmorrow, the day after tomorrow, and womble, the rumbles in your tummy. Happiness, Brussels sprouts, leftovers, forgiveness, things with funny names like windbreaker, goosebumps, the people who dare to care, who dare to believe and encourage. Whew. There's a lot of things to be grateful for. Gratitude changes everything. It can take us from feeling sorry for ourselves, worried, tired, blaming, making excuses, to feeling joy. It sheds the light on what we have. And when we focus on what's right instead of what's wrong, life improves considerably. When we look for the good, for what is, we find happiness. Speaking of looking for the good, we are excited to announce the Caught with Character Award. Kids who dare to be that kid quietly, unassumingly, being and doing the right things, showing up, being the good, are nominated by your teachers. And your photo will be added to the Walk of Fame. The brave, the daring, the caring, who act above and beyond and then some. Each month, we will celebrate those kids. So here are November's kids caught with character. Abby Bounds, nominated by Miss McCarthy. Emmett Harrington, nominated by Miss Durham. Calidor Richter, nominated by Mrs. Downing. Ariana Lazaro, nominated by Mrs. Sullivan. Scarlett Buellers, nominated by Miss T. Azariah Tinbrink, nominated by Mrs. Tucker. Audrey Ardom, nominated by Mrs. Kuiper. And Ulysses Flores, nominated by Mrs. Soar. We see you. Thank you for being that kid. Come to the office and get your certificate and look for your photo to appear on the wall. And now, for our green ticket winners, the efforteers, those acting with respect, responsible, and ready to learn this. From young kinders, Slovia with Mrs. Sullivan. In kindergarten with Mrs. Hugedorn, Myrara. With Mrs. Polinsky, Isabella. With Mrs. Gorman, Aubrey. In first grade with Miss Fuel, Iris. And in Miss T's, Noah. In Miss McCarthy's room, Alicia. In second grade, in Mrs. Janisek's room, Becky. In Mrs. Tucker's, Janelle. And in Mrs. Pentecost's, Atmil. In third grade, with Mrs. Downing, Daniel. With Miss Palazzolo, Liliana. And with Miss Van, Danny. From fourth grade with Mrs. Soar, Olivia. With Miss McCourt, Amir. With Mrs. Zemmel, Ezra. And last but not least, in the land of fifth grade, with Mr. Andrews, Anthony. With Mrs. Kuiper, Vincent. And with Mr. B, Kendra. Dare to look for the good. Be gracious and have an attitude of gratitude. Be that kid who invites, includes, and encourages. May your hearts be kind, your minds fierce, and your spirits brave. Make it matter. Have a great week.
From the sun, people get ready, 'cause here it comes, it's a light, a beautiful light, over the horizon, into our eyes. Oh my, how beautiful. Oh my beautiful mother, she told me, son, in life you're gonna go far. If you do it right, you'll love where you are. Just know, wherever you go, you can always come home. 240,000 miles from the moon, we've come a long way to belong here, to share this view of the night, a glorious night. Over the horizon is another bright sky. Oh my, how beautiful. Oh my, irrefutable Father, he told me, son, sometimes it may seem dark, but the absence of the light is a necessary part. Just know, you're never alone. You can always come back home. Slippery slope, but there is always a hand that you can hold on to. Looking deeper through the telescope, you could see that your home's inside of you. Just know that wherever you go, no, you're never alone. You will always get back home. people, get ready, 'cause here it comes, it's a light, a beautiful light, over the horizon into our eyes.